favorite, Chico DeBarge. DeBarge stands for debauchery. This man lost his virginity in a threesome, and one of them might have been a transgender.
Yikes.
So that's how we gave him the
Christ.
Jesus Christ is right. Jesus Christ is right. But what's up, Chico? How you been, bro?
Man, I've been good.
Yeah.
You good?
How the hoes treating you, Cheek?
Not so good, man.
Not so good. You in the ATL.
I know, man.
It's like 7-1 out there.
Yeah,
Man,
but
that's more
isn't
than
like Atlanta like the AIDS capital of the United States?
Man, that's what they say. That's propaganda.
All right.
That's propaganda.
don't call it propaganda, my guy. Strap up.
That's propaganda.
Don't call it propaganda.
They trying to railroad the black man because it's a chocolate city out here.
Yeah, you gonna fuck around and get that easy E cough.
Yeah.
Talking about propaganda.
Propaganda.
If I get easy cough, it'll be worth it.
You better not skin.
You said if you get the easy E cough, it's gonna be worth it. All right.
Yeah, man. They got AIDS is like herpes or
no, it's not
chlamydia now.
No,
yes,
it is not.
How you figure that?
That shit ain't taking dudes out like it used to no more, man.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. That shit is not taking dudes out.
Did you just compare AIDS to chlamydia?
No, it's not chlamydia because chlamydia is a walk in the park. AIDS might be just like a safari hike or something.
So
I'm telling you.
So
when
if chlamydia is a walk in the park,
AIDS?
AIDS is. Did you say AIDS is a jungle? Like what?
Yeah, bro. a jungle hike.
Jesus Christ!
It's nothing major. You break a little sweat. You get a little nervous. Danger is looming around the corner. But if you do what you're supposed to do, you take your medication.
So Chico, you down there just skinning. You down there just skinning whores.
No,
just raw dog. Just raw.
Not at all.
Bro, God bless.
Not at all.
You're married, Chico. Stop fucking. Like, don't have your lady listen to this podcast.
I mean, it's not.
Outside.
It's not a death sentence, but it's like doing time. Like you stuck. There's no cure to it. You're on pills for the rest of your life. I mean, it's not like what it was like when everybody was dying from the shit, but it's still crazy, bro. I wouldn't.
Yeah, man.
In the land of Jesus.
So, do you guys hear Wilder and Joshua? This fight might be on.
Word.
Yeah, it might be on. It's no definite, but no contract. Nothing's been signed yet, but they saying Wilder's camp has agreed to fight Joshua.
I'd like to see that fight. I mean, boxing is in a weird place right now, so they need fights like this.
No, this is probably the biggest, the biggest boxing match. I don't know. Would you say this is bigger than the whole Mayweather and McGregor?
Nah, hell no.
Nah?
No. Hell no.
You don't think so?
No.
Not even close.
No. Not even in this. That fight had people who weren't interested in boxing.
Yeah.
Like subscribe. Like we were trying to watch the fight together. Like whole networks crashed. Mm-hmm. Networks.
Oh yeah, we was there.
Crashed.
Yeah. We was there. What you wanted to say, Chico? Something you text me about in the group text. Something that happened.
Oh shit. Okay, so it was a whole little Twitter argument on it was a conversation between Future and this chick, right?
Future the rapper.
Future the rapper, right?
Yeah.
So was having a Twitter conversation.
Yeah, I mean, she posted it. She tried to put him on blast, but I mean, really, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. You tell me what you think. You can't. She had no argument. So he texted her, right, and he asked her like, why don't you come out to see me or something like that, right? She like okay. He was like, buy your ticket and I'll reimburse you, right? Mm-hmm. So she got to Cali because he was in Cali recording at the time. So he was like, yo, put on some lingerie. She was like, it's not that type of party. He was like, all right. He was like, well, get sexy for me. I'm coming through. She was like, well, I was hoping we could get in the studio. He was like, nah, ma, I ain't got that kind of time, right? Mm-hmm. So she said she went out to eat after she curved. She went out to eat. She came back. He canceled her hotel reservation. So she had to get a new hotel. And she had to pay for her plane ticket back after paying for her plane ticket there. Now, was he assuming that he would fuck? And is that right or wrong? Or do you think he did something right or wrong?
okay. Let's backtrack a little bit here. You saying he sent her some money to fly her out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sent her.
He didn't send her the money. He said he was gonna reimburse her. He didn't give her the money, right?
Okay.
Said he was gonna reimburse her.
So my thing is, I just need more context. Like what was said before, come out and I reimburse you.
So let's make our own scenario. You fly a chick out,
Right.
right?
It depends
She
on the
get there.
conversation. Did he know she was a rapper? Was there a conversation about her coming
Yeah,
to the
she said
studio?
they have been talking for like 4 months.
About her coming to the studio.
No. Like just her coming to visit him for like 4 months. They had been talking for like 4 months.
Okay.
No, fuck all that. So if you fly a chick out and she don't want to smash, and you cancel her hotel reservation or you send her back, like, are you a dog for that?
It depends. If we're talking about Future specifically, or are we talking about people in general?
We talking about people in general.
Well, I mean, I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to say Future got the bread to be a gentleman and basically be like, well, I expect you to smash. I'll cover your hotel for tonight and your flight back for tomorrow. If you want to stay out here longer than that, you figure it out. Here's some cash. Here's a couple of hundred. I mean, that's only a couple of $100 a Future. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's maybe like what, $800 or something like that, or depending on where she's staying and so on and so forth. And I'm being generous there. You give her $800, you probably blow that in a couple of seconds at a strip club. For me or you, $800 is like, okay, well, I didn't say you were coming out here to work. I didn't say anything about studio time. If I'm flying you out, the assumption. I mean, if we went to a restaurant together, the assumption is there's a part of the menu you're ordering that's like, this is going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might be foul to assume that, but that's just the thinking.
I think we're in sensitive times.
Yeah.
Now with this whole Me Too movement, you just gonna just take that on the chin, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang,
No, he definitely took it on the chin.
He took it on the chin, but if this was, let's say if this was 95, like Woe was out, DMX, where my dog's at, yeah, he definitely would, he got business with her. He definitely got business. They got business, you feel me? But around this day and age with Uber, people raping Uber, Me Too, he touched my ass, grab ass, you know what I mean, booty meat, Instagram era that we're in, you just got to take that on the chin.
I think people are really accessible.
Chin.
She could like basically put her story on Twitter.
That's what she already did. And he was smooth with it though.
What he said, what was his response to that?
He was like, well, okay, sweetheart, you have a wonderful night or something like that. I mean, just got her back like, all right.
First of all, how she ain't know? Listen, and I'm speaking of sensitive times. How did you not know if a rapper, you come out to his telly? How did you not know you gotta give him some box? Like, there's some boxing play here.
Right. If any dude fly a chick out, box is in
Cat
play.
is on the platter.
Yeah, box is in play,
but
bro.
I think what happens is certain women sort of thrive off of like dudes that are like ambiguous. So basically, when you're used to guys, you know what he wants, but you feel like he might not say it. So you could get away playing like, the game where it's like, will I, won't I? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of women get off playing that, will I, won't I? And usually you could get away with a lot by giving just a dude just a whiff of a, I might, could, maybe. And like you could run amok.
You talking about them older Caucasian gentlemen who just want a black girl just to
there's black dudes. There's black dudes
too, Reg. It definitely is, because I mean, like the old saying goes, like, if you never tell a dude what you want, he'll buy you the world trying to figure it out. Or some shit.
Basically. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of dudes who
y'all
feel like
experience and shit. Okay.
There's girls that will flirt.
I'm in a room with feminists.
No, I'm just saying there are women who will basically give you just enough to make you feel like maybe something's going to happen.
Right.
And while you basically trying to tip it over, she's just racking up.
Bring the mic closer to you.
Yeah, my bad. I was just telling you about that mic thing before.
Chico, it's not that type of party, Daddy. Not that type of party. You've been in Atlanta but this nigga ain't been in Atlanta but 2 weeks. He already fucking got pink wigs on.
If you saw a transsexual with the perfect surgery, everything like that, like you couldn't tell it from a male or a female. and
Where's
you
this
got into a
conversation
conversation
going?
with I'm about to tell you, got a
Go ahead.
conversation with this person, would you tell them great job, you did good? Like, wow, man, you really you in your bag, huh? Like you got that off.
I ain't saying nothing to the nigga. I ain't saying nothing to him.
I mean,
I ain't got nothing against him, but I ain't saying nothing like that. It's
I'm
just-
gonna be 100 with you. I'm pretty secure in my sexuality. I mean, I don't have a problem with gay people, transgender people, or anything like that. I mean, I'm
neither.
not. It's not my thing.
yeah.
So I mean, God bless, and like I mean, whatever people do with their
So if
own
someone
self,
offered you $1 million. Nah, I'm just fucking.
Oh yeah, there you go, Chico.
bro. You don't have to.
Legendary
You
Chico.
don't. You don't,
Hey, you know that
you don't need us to
conversation-
justify your behavior, bro. We ain't gonna judge you.
Nah, not me. No, I'm just saying that conversation always come up.
And what's
Hey,
going?
cuz, if somebody gave you $1 million,
And what's going on
oh,
with
shit.
Trump? What's going on with Trump? What the fuck y'all was talking about in the
He
chat
He in,
about
North,
Trump?
he in North Korea
That's a
like
nice
a
little
boss
pivot.
right now.
Nah.
He what?
He in North Korea like a boss right now.
I thought he was beefing with the North Korea emperors.
He
I'm not.
beef
made
with
it up.
everybody. He
made
beef
up
with
with him.
everybody. I mean, this guy. I mean, I don't know, man.
Fam, like if he didn't build his platform off of inspiring like racists and bigots and stuff like that, everybody would love him. Like if he won on the even
I don't
playing
think so.
field,
Because
man,
I mean, at the same
definitely think
time,
so.
that's not the only problem. Like the racist. I could live with him being racist if
What?
no. Hear me out.
Mhm.
If you're a bigoted person or you're a racist person, you got to think about it. I'm sure there are a bunch of guys in Congress or whoever, like, you know, who have these thoughts or these feelings where they feel like one person is superior than the next person or whatever. I think more so now it's more like classism, where it's like people with money versus people without money.
Somebody, go ahead.
But like, if he did his job, I wouldn't really care what his opinion or his feelings were.
Somebody, I don't know who said it. It was somebody on YouTube or somewhere. I caught the video. It might have been Facebook that said that rich people were always racist. You know what I mean? Rich people are racist behind closed doors, but it seemed like Trump is making like middle class poor people be racist openly now. It's like if you're rich, you could be racist. Not saying I agree with it, but you can do it because it's like, I mean, you're privileged. You're a privileged cocksucker, so that's why you're acting like that. But now you got this whole Trump movement that got fucking Billy from down the street that got the pickup truck with his dog tied to it while he drives around it. Now he's got the window rolled down, calling people baboons, Planet of the Apes, Black Panther, T'Challa and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And you can't afford to be racist. You're poor.
I'm not saying there's rich people that aren't racist, but I feel like most rich people are like classist. They can only see your net worth.
I was
your
just
dollar
saying
signs.
that to somebody.
You feel me? Like I think rich people, if you have a certain amount of money, you're in the club. It doesn't. You know what I mean? I doubt they're like, oh, this guy Diddy's a baboon. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think if you have enough money.
Think about how you act when you get your tax return.
Yeah, basically.
Chico, I can't even reach you when you get your tax return.
Yeah, that's a goddamn
he's
lie.
wilding down in
This
Atlanta.
motherfucker's in DR somewhere. Getting dried up. Getting dried the fuck up.
Dried up.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's human nature though. As far
I
as
think the powers that be like racism, I think, is a tool for them in terms of if poor white people realized they was in the same boat as poor black people, we might be in trouble. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you have to think everybody that has that money, like, you know, these people, like, you know, we've heard the whole 1% conversation. Right. This is 1% of the population. Their power is technically intrinsic. This is why like Bitcoin and decentralized money worries these people because it's like I don't know if you ever saw that video with the ant and someone draws a circle with a pen and the ant doesn't leave the circle.
Right.
Oh,
Like
wow. No,
the bonds is like, if we were to just basically realize one day, like, yo, it's more of us. We could literally just storm that building and be like, nah, that's not your money no more. Or matter of fact, if all of us decided tomorrow, you know what, we're just going to use Bitcoin, but y'all can have $1. their money's worthless.
Right. See,
Bitcoin not more reliable than Bitcoin up and down just like regular money is right now. That's not
No, but I mean
stable.
because they play with it. The people that own, like, you have to look at who owns the majority of Bitcoin. Like, the minute certain parties realized, okay, well, this is going to be a powerful thing. I think 40% of Bitcoin is owned by like just a couple of people. Like for example, the Winklevoss twins, the Facebook dudes, they own a lot of it.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. So it's just basically turning the power dynamic. They're just trying to swap hands with the power dynamic, basically.
Basically, but like there are
Like a
other
handoff.
cryptocurrencies. The idea is out there now. The idea that the blockchain takes all the power away from the banks. The whole reason a bank exists is basically to be the third party in a transaction.
Right.
But once you have the blockchain that replaces, all right, now I'm getting back into my tech bag. I need to.
Let me ask you this: how much money do you have
to be rich?
No, to take pictures with Beyonce in the bed with the fucking with the fucking boo boo the fool face. How much money?
That was a bad picture. That picture was a bad
look.
What
the fuck was that?
I don't know. That was a bad look for them.
I'm a credit.
It took a little mystery from their relationship away, which is a bad thing it's bad for them.
You know, I think it is. They're getting old. I think they're getting old. Yeah. First of all, everybody. Let me tell you something about media. Everybody gets over everything in about 2 weeks.
Less than that, 3 days.
2 fucking days, they get over it. They're gonna get over that Jay-Z bullshit. But
I ain't think it was that bad though.
It was terrible.
But
you know why,
freak, Chico? So
you know why it was terrible? Because people say what you want about Kanye and Kim. This is gonna sound crazy. Y'all might disagree with me. They're just a better looking couple. They just look better. If Kanye and Kim were to do something like that, that should look a million times better. On top of the fact
Kanye
that Kim is so familiar.
He got man boobs too.
So like Kanye really got liposuction. He really did.
He said he did get liposuction.
He said it himself. Like he Kanye looking like a 42-year-old his damn self. I honestly ain't think the pictures was that bad. I forget why it's jokes. Sometimes it's just jokes. You know what I mean? You got to get the jokes off. You know what I mean?
I agree with
you. They just look bad because it looked thirsty. It wasn't like they did a couple pics together sitting at like some breakfast table. They was in bed. Beyonce had her ass out and she was cupping her titties. That it was thirst trapping. It was sad.
I brought it up as a joke. I really don't think it's that bad, but like you just said, Chico, like the joke's gonna come. You know what I mean? It's like me. I never forget when I took my first little mixtape cover. I went somewhere in the mall. I didn't even go. I went somewhere in the mall, got the picture done. These motherfuckers did some Photoshop on it. They made me look like I was, like I look fucking perfect. If I find that picture, I'm gonna put it on the screen. My nigga, when I dropped this fucking little mixtape, I was in Georgia at the time, in Atlanta. When I dropped this mixtape, niggas cut my, it was flaming me. They was like, this nigga gonna model in this. But I said it to say that the songs was dope according to everybody else. The picture, it was a lovely picture. But the jokes had to come. Like I knew they was gonna come. I looked like a fucking Prince.
The reason I said this is because like Beyonce and Jay-Z's brand is like very old school Hollywood. You remember back when you didn't know anything about a celebrity,
right? And
it was just all mystery. It works for them the same way being super public works for Kim and Kanye. Mm-hmm. So the minute I don't know, it just seemed like whorish. You know what I mean? Like they fishing for something. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? When you put that picture out, what is you're not dropping the album. Like what do you want? What do you want?
Nothing.
Why are you dropping this?
They
like,
was gonna sell out regardless. I'm buying tickets to
this understand. Shit. So I'm like, what do you want? Like, why are you dropping this?
Cause they just want to show. It probably was her idea, but they just was like, "Fuck it, we'll put the shit out." That's why.
I think they thought where the nose caught us, we can't do no wrong. We gonna drop this and they're gonna go crazy. Right. And then they dropped it and niggas was like, nah, that's not at all what we thought it was.
Fam, I'm looking at one of these pictures and Beyonce ass looks so right. I can't. You speaking Japanese to me right now, my G. Like Nah, I don't.
If she was
I
in
get
bed
the
by
look.
herself, she could get it off. But Jay-Z looked like a dusty old man, like like he
With
paid
the
her.
baddest
man.
bitch, a dusty old man with the baddest bitch.
I know,
Yo,
but
I-
it made it look very like
Look,
it's.
I'm gonna sound weird, but I think Beyonce beautiful, but I don't get a sex. I don't look
She's
at her
not that
sexually.
sexy.
No,
Yeah.
I can't say she's sexy.
There she-
I just don't look at her sexually. You
She's
know what I
not
mean?
that
You know
sexy to
why?
me.
You know why?
Why?
Because she's been married for the past 10
Nah,
years.
because she
and
doesn't
a mom, a
ooze
public
sex
mom.
appeal.
That's why.
Nah, she's not. She's just not
Nah, she's a beautiful woman.
there's beautiful you know like the difference between a woman you look at and you're like I would love to sleep with her, and
Right.
a woman you look at and you're like I would love for her to be my wife.
Sex appeal.
That's the
Appeal.
difference.
Yeah.
Like I feel
So
like
she has more beauty than she has
exactly.
sexy.
I feel like Nicki Minaj is sexier than Beyonce.
I mean, she bought the sexiness.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. It's hers. She bought it.
She's
It's
still
some
sexy,
girls
yeah.
like Ralph and I have had this conversation before. Like we know a chick that just
Kelly.
oozes like I don't know who that is.
There's ugly girls I think ooze sex.
Yeah,
They're sexy.
yeah,
Yeah.
ooh, sex. Like I know this girl I grew up with. Her name was Sonesta. Nigga, ooh, sex appeal since the time she was little. Like her mother used to have to protect her because she just was just always just.
You know
like
what's
a
foul
sexual
about
person.
this is not like a hyper private conversation. There's a chance she might hear this.
Good, you sexy. So,
Wow.
I don't give a fuck. That shit
No
was like
discretion.
15
No
years
discretion.
ago. None, my G.
Yeah, there's a big difference between beauty and sex appeal,
Yeah,
though. There
definitely.
is. Like, it's a bunch of strippers that are just sexy. Like, you're fucking, like you said, there's ugly girls that are sexy.
Who gets wifed up more, the beautiful girl or the sexy girl? The girl who has sex.
The girl.
It should be the beautiful girl, but the sexy girl, because it's just
There's
lust.
a cross-reference.
Lust always trumps love. Like, lust will always win. It can't survive in the same ring.
I think
my nigga.
Beyonce. I mean,
Damn, that was
I
a
think
bar, my G.
Rihanna lives at a cross section where it's like equal part sexy, equal part beauty.
Rihanna's fucking
Rihanna
sexy.
oozes sex.
Yeah, so
Rihanna oozes sex,
Rihanna
bro.
lives in the middle point where it's like she's beautiful and you can see the wifing part, but then you can also see the, you know what I mean?
You know, nothing against Riri. I don't see wife. I don't see wife on her.
either.
I don't
Really?
see. Nah, I don't.
Nah, hell no.
I
my G.
definitely see it.
Yeah.
Nah.
I thought I
see
always
it,
thought
yeah.
Kelly Rowland was I was a Kelly Rowland dude. Like I always thought she
Kelly
was the
Rowland-
baddest.
Kelly Rowland, I
and
see
Destiny
wife.
Child, yeah.
Sierra, I see wife. Even Lala, I see wife. Who else?
Yeah, Rihanna. I mean, it depends on what your idea of a lifestyle. Like, if you're thinking like someone like
Iggy
I don't know.
Azalea.
no,
see-
Iggy Azalea.
You see wife?
Nah,
She's
sexy.
She's sexy
She's
as
sexy.
fucking
Yeah.
No,
all.
I'm not.
sexy.
Yeah, she's sexy, but I don't see wife there.
Nah, I didn't say it. I just
And I mean,
throwing her
she's
name out
just
there.
as manufactured as like Nicki Minaj.
She beautiful. Is she? She had surgery.
She
Yeah.
had booty implants.
Yeah,
the fuck
She had
outta
some sort of
here.
implants.
that wasn't like
That's
natural.
not. That's
She
not
didn't
all
grow that.
natural.
Her shit just.
But I
bubbled
mean,
one
I
summer,
don't.
like
I don't
2
have
summers
anything
ago.
against people that have surgery. So I mean, it's whatever. But Rihanna,
Would
I
you
definitely see-
marry a chick?
marry who?
Marry a chick that had implants like that, butt
Yeah.
surgery and all? You would?
But, I mean, what's the problem?
I don't like how it feel.
What? Which the implant?
mind
Because it's
it.
a
Yeah,
difference
but I
between
don't
it's
like
a
how that
difference
shit
between
feel.
it's a difference between implants and
It
fat
depends
transfer.
on. It depends on. Yeah, it depends on the type of surgery and what they have because
Implants.
they
We're
have.
talking about the
fat
chalk
transfers.
in the booty, all that shit.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
that
it depends
that gets
on
hard and weird,
because
but fat transfer
That's
no,
what I'm
because
saying.
they don't use like silicone anymore. I mean, if you're talking about some girl that went to a basement somewhere in like Irvington or went to DR
Oh shit!
and got like
Nah, that's
got
fat.
like some type
Nah,
of
DR the
backroom
spot, my G.
situation. Nah, it sometimes. But I mean, it depends because I think some places they still use silicone. You don't know what they're putting in your body. They're just injecting you with stuff. You look good temporarily, but you don't know what's going to happen.
K. Michelle was
Exactly, the
being
K.
an
Michelle
example.
situation. Like
Right,
it
right.
started breaking off in her body and
Right,
floating
right.
different places. Like I think fat transfer, like I mean, it's fine. I think most professionals, if you go for plastic surgery, they use like saline. Like butt implants, I think they definitely use fat, and they either do a fat transfer from you or they take fat from somewhere else. Like they have like this fat stored somewhere that's been like cleaned and so on and so forth.
I don't blame women though. It's the pressures that we put on them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but would you judge and this is no funny shit. Would
Mm-hmm.
you judge a dude if he got a dick fat transfer in his dick?
yeah, I would.
But why would
Why?
But why would that be a conversation?
Yeah,
Like
What
who's
you
telling
mean?
me that?
that's like
No, like your homeboy just straight up told you.
But don't
like,
tell me that.
Well, first
I'm
off,
Chico.
But don't tell me that.
But first off, Chico, a man's dick size is parallel to his self-esteem and confidence. So the fact that you had to go out and put some type of cock transferred foreign object, I mean, there's some bullshit. So you can't. Don't walk into this room like you were alpha male. Like I know you went to go see Dr. Miami and you put fucking chalk in your cock. so don't walk around here trying to swing dick.
Yeah, but now he's really.
I won't even
swinging
spar
dick.
with him. I won't even spar with him.
Bro, but now he really swinging dick though.
But I mean, at what point, like, how bad is it that you feel like you need surgery?
Jesus Christ! Like what? Like
I mean,
I
I can't
have-
speak.
I-
I can't speak to people. Like, I mean, people's self-esteem or whatever. I mean, I've never.
I'm
like,
gonna ask y'all some real shit. Pause. I'm gonna pause it beforehand.
I mean, we
Would you-
grown. I'm
would you-
comfortable with myself.
If you,
I'm a grown man. I'm not
Would
saying
you-
pause no more.
this the Chico on y'all.
Right.
Would you add another inch or two, if you could? If God asked you for a wish and said, "Listen," you know what I'm saying, "I'm gonna give you a Corvette. I'm gonna give you a Maserati, and I'm gonna give you 3 inches." Would you take it?
No, I'm
Bro,
good.
who would? Who would?
I wouldn't. I'm
Why-
good.
That wouldn't be
Chico,
my
why would you
wish.
take it?
That wouldn't be my wish.
Why would you take it though?
I'm not wasting my wish from God on.
No, I mean, basically, I think what he's saying is, if you could have the extra length, would you?
Would you, Chico?
Why not?
Why would you need it, Chico?
Why not? I think if you ask any dude.
No, I would say I'm good. I don't.
Your Reg is good.
I'm
good.
like, I don't really.
Chico, what
I'm
about you,
straight.
my
good.
guy? My
don't
guy.
really need-
Why would you need it, my guy?
I'm good.
My guy.
I've never been in a
My
situation where I was like, man, if only I had a little bit more. If only I had a little bit more reach.
A little bit more. She
But
looking-
Reggie, you only been with one person your entire life, though.
No, I
So
haven't.
That's true, Reggie.
No, not at all.
Chico,
I
where
mean, if you-
where
if
getting
that's
this
what you
knowledge?
got-
lost your virginity
Nah.
5 years ago. What are you talking
No, that's actually false. None of that is real. I mean,
I
matter
want
of fact,
receipts. Call
I mean-
her up. Call the girl who broke your virginity right now in 3-way. Put her on the show. Let's get her on the
bro,
show.
I could put text. Oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna do that. It's distasteful. I have nothing to prove.
That's
out here.
gauche.
I have
That's
nothing.
gauche.
I have nothing to prove out here. But
Oh, my
So
God.
back to back, Chico. Why
Yeah.
would you need it, brother?
You said
Go ahead.
you said if it was just being given out, why
Yeah.
wouldn't you take it?
Why would you
Why
fucking
would,
need it?
if God came down to earth, he told all men to stand in line. But
I mean, you don't have to go to bring it to God if a
No,
doctor
that's
was
what he
just
said.
like,
I'm
"Yo,
bringing
man."
it to what he said.
Go ahead.
So if God was just like granting niggas, but how would he give it to you? Would he have to put his hand on your junk and then it just grows?
Now
All
I
right,
see.
I
now
have
see
a-
why you need
I
it.
have
Like
a-
the Neptune sound, like
I have a better example. What if you saved the doctor's life? You saved the surgeon's life. Like he was about to get hit by a car. You pulled him out last minute. He was like, "Yo, I will do anything you need surgically. Like anything you need taken care of. It's on the house. You come in. You want the length?
nah,
I
I
got
wouldn't
you."
do it. No, he was talking about God, so that was more hypothetical and hyperbole. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
going
this is
under the
hypothetical
knife.
too. I don't think you're gonna like.
No, going under the knife? Hell no.
I think it works differently for guys because technically, the way I understand it is like your scientifically speaking, I think your penis is like twice the size that it is on the outside of your body. I think what they do is no, seriously. No, I think what they do is they make a slit and then they just pull.
It sounds
some
funny,
of it
but
out
you're
of
right because
you.
I think that's
Yeah.
how the transgenders they get it tucked in, like invert.
Yeah, but
invert,
they
yeah,
just
yeah.
pull some out of you because it's like it's twice as long. It goes inside you, part of it. So I think they just
Hold
sort of
on.
make a slit and then pull
We holding.
like whatever extra out, and then they do whatever mini skin graft, and then you have extra, but they're not
Fuck
like.
all that.
Christ.
Would
Yeah.
you mess with a girl with an enlarged clitoris, bro? Like a 3-inch clit. But she bad as hell.
I mean, she's a woman, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what-
100% a woman. But when you get to licking that thing, it just get the groan in your mouth.
What is wrong with you?
Nigga, that's real shit. Bro, that's
what
real
is
shit.
wrong with you?
Google that shit. Ralph, go on Pornhub right now and pull that shit up. Enlarged clitoris, bro.
Jesus.
I take your word for it. I take your
My
word
G,
Jesus
for it.
Christ.
fam, they get up to like 3 inches, fam. So you get the licking on it, like you go down, that motherfucker just get the extended in your mouth. Extendo.
But I feel like
The ladder.
you'd be fine with it, right?
So
Fam, no, fam. You can't suck
Link.
on those.
Link,
Fam, you can't
are you
suck on
serious?
those.
Link, that's
Bro,
where you're
hell
drawing the
no, my
line?
G.
That's where
Fam.
you're drawing the line, bro?
Fam, I'm not about to suck on no 3-inch clit, bro. That's a dick, bro.
But
you know the clit they say is really a penis or something like
No,
that.
it is. It is. We all start off as girls in the womb.
Wow.
And then shit switch. X and Y chromosomes, I guess, and then
okay,
you know what I mean?
but
That's why
what happened to
Wow.
the conversation we had where you said anything you do with a woman is okay as long as it's with a woman?
no, we was talking about licking ass, getting your ass
Okay,
ate as a
so
dude, not sucking no 3-inch clitoris, my G.
okay,
That shit is wild, bro.
yeah.
Like, and would you have technique to it, Reggie? Like, would you?
I
you have
wasn't
technique
planning on doing any of that.
Would
But
you,
I was
would you
just
have
saying,
your hand on her stomach, her belly button, while you just turn your head at a 90-degree angle and get to going?
Jesus Christ, bro. There's something wrong with this dude.
Fuck that shit.
Why
good.
do I feel like your hypotheticals might be like real life situations you tested the waters on?
My G, I know a girl won, but
Jesus, yeah. See,
I wouldn't.
see. He said, "I know
no,
a girl will win."
I didn't mess with her. Like she was
Right.
telling
Then
us to
how'd
show
you
us
know?
a picture, and that shit looked crazy.
All right.
That shit hung down like Gonzo's nose, my G. Like that's how her clit looked.
Like Gonzo's nose.
And she was like,
But you didn't see it, though?
I fuck up sheets. I ain't see it in person, and I was like, ew, no, I'm good. I'm good. She said, get you a girl that could do both.
Yeah, bro. I'm in a relationship, man.
No, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
if you